Today's tropical weather update is brought to you by State Insurance Company Limited. Live in a better state of mind.
And hello there, it's another good morning to you. I'm meteorologist Leonard Josiah. We are your friends at the Antigua and Barbuda Meteorological Services. Today is the 10th day of June. Together, let's take a look at your tropical weather update. We're looking at the vast expanse of the satellite imagery from the Gulf of Mexico, the Caribbean Sea right here. Nothing much for us to talk about. There are no organized convection in the Gulf of Mexico. You're seeing some fanning clouds, yes, some high-level clouds right there over the Caribbean Sea. But in terms of organized convection, nothing much for us to talk about. Jamaica here, Cuba, Hispaniola, the British Virgin Islands. In terms of your Western Caribbean, in terms of organized activity, nothing for us to worry about. The Northern Atlantic, they too are void of significant cloudiness. But for us in the Eastern Caribbean Islands, our main development area spreads from the Caribbean Islands. Here we are in the Leeward Islands and the British Virgin Islands. The islands further towards the south, right down to Trinidad and Tobago, all the way out to the coast of Africa. All this expanse right there is the main development area. And already we are seeing just a weak tropical wave right there, another weak tropical wave right there embedded in some cloudiness. The National Hurricane Center is not tagging these for areas of development. Some weak intertropical convergence zone line right inside here. Apart from that, nothing much for us to talk about. You can rest your hearts at ease and make sure that your anxieties are kept in check. But at least there is some dust for us to talk about. Switching over to your visible imagery, you're seeing some murkiness going on right inside here. When we're switching over from night to day, right there, you can see some patches of low-level clouds right there. But let's bring it a little closer so you can see the extent of the dust. Take a look at where we are. We're located right here in the Eastern Caribbean Islands, the British Virgin Islands, Antigua and Barbuda. We are part of the Leeward Islands, all the way down south to Trinidad and Tobago and Barbados. Take a look at the dusty conditions. You're seeing some brown going on in there. Brown, clearer skies to the north. And all this brown that you're seeing right there is indicative of the Saharan dust moving off towards the west. And if we pause it, you'll see the extent of that particular area. You're seeing right there the dusty conditions all the way towards the west, just entering Jamaica for right now, but still it's way out towards the east. So you can expect going on into tomorrow, some of the dust will be lingering over our Twin Island state. But if we were supposed to go back, you will see the tropical wave right here in the island chain right there. The tropical wave that we spoke about is impacting Trinidad and Tobago. And with that right now, cloudy skies, showers and thunderstorms. Some of those showers are definitely going to be much heavier and can exacerbate some flooding in the southern parts of the region, including Trinidad and Tobago. But further towards the north, because of all this dust, it's drier. So in terms of rainfall activity, only some patches passing showers on the moderate to fresh wind flow. In terms of the dust forecast for the next couple of days, let's start here. Tuesday the 10th of June, 9 a.m. This is this morning. So you're seeing the extent of the dust. It hasn't gotten across to Jamaica so much yet right there, but yet still all the way out here, some of that dust is still lingering. But going on in tomorrow, you'll see Wednesday's forecast, and you're seeing some of that dust now pushing further towards the west. We are noticing that the concentration gets a little bit less, but yet still there is another cloud of dust that is forecast to come across us here in the Eastern Caribbean Islands. So in terms of your dust forecast, yeah, the haze is still going to be with us at least for the next 12 to 24 hours, possibly the next 48 hours before we see a little bit more of a reprieve. This is your dusty time of the year. It's capping the atmosphere. So in terms of tropical activity, again, there are no tropical cyclones for us to worry about. The National Hurricane Center is giving us the all clear at least for the next 7 days. The last time I was with you, I spoke to you about some hurricane tips. If I may, let's recap a few of them. We're looking at first hurricane tip, understanding those hazards. What are those hazards that do come along with hurricanes? Strong winds, tornadoes, heavy rainfall, rough seas, and storm surge. But there is an interplay between those hazards and our weakness to those hazards. We call that your vulnerability. And the next slide says you have to understand your vulnerability. It's basically simply your weakness. And your overall goal is to overcome your weakness, and this will help you to build your hurricane resiliency. Remember, the ultimate goal is to save life and property. But sometimes it's not even possible to overcome your vulnerability in total. So what do you do in those instances is to do what? Create a hurricane plan. That hurricane planning involves taking the proactive measures to protect yourself, your family, and your property before a hurricane hits. What are those areas of the planning? You want to have an emergency plan. You want to also have an evacuation plan. You will also want to have a communication plan. Remember, nothing beats planning so that you can respond in times of disasters. Make sure that your family members understand the importance of this plan and work that plan. Make sure during the course of the hurricane season, if there's an emergency plan, say it. If there is an evacuation plan, know it. And if there's a communication plan, make sure you do it. Remember, the weather will always change, and because of that, you can surely interact with us. You are our eyes, and we want to interact with you. So if you're on the outside and you see important weather events, please take a snapshot of them for us and send them to abmsiwatch@gmail.com. Your eyes again are our eyes, and when we see those shots, we'll certainly give you a plug on our social media. We are your trusted weather source. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and on X. We are your friends at the Antigua and Barbuda Meteorological Services. As I always say, continue to monitor with us and make sure you stay ready. The weather will always change, but you can keep weathering your weather in spite of the weather, whether you like it or not. I'm Leonard Josiah, wishing you a safe and productive day.
Today's tropical weather update has been brought to you by State Insurance Company Limited. Live in a better state of mind.